Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
You are welcome to this training. This courtesy of the Rotary Club of Adeyemi College of Education, Ondo, under the leadership and the presidency of Rotaract Adaramoye Iyanolua, who is the present president of the Rotary Club of Ondo Adeyemi College of Education. Yes, we have decided to have this training on the theme student portal and related matter. So it's a sensitization or awareness campaign under the scheme of Rotary worldwide, and in which Rotaract Club is another part of the essential team in Rotary Club. And of course, Rotaract Club, which is a club in Adeyemi College of Education, which the students are part of the student population, and they have deemed it fit that there is the need to have an online sensitization, especially on student portal activities and other related activities in terms of registration, all other things in terms of how to apply for leave of absence. To apply for registration, you need to apply for deferment of leaves and so on and so forth. So many things that students need to know. Why this is going on, I would like to just send a public chat here to everyone in case you can send this link. I've sent this now to everyone. You will see the YouTube link, which any of you can click or send to others who are not on Zoom, who can actually watch this. And while we do that, also, we are recording this training, online sensitization to students on student portals and related matter. This is being recorded, which you can also have access to and send to others while they can also watch and get. We've decided to mute everyone so that there will not be background noises for people to get what exactly we are doing. Now, I want to start with the college portal. Now, for the portal, I will be sharing my screen. I will be sharing my screen so that all of you can see. What you have with me here now is the college portal, where you see the address portal.acondo.net, and this is the student portal. That is why you can see student portal sites. If it is admin portal, if it is lecturer, what you are going to find in there is also different from what the view where you have here. The difference between the portal and the website, where the college website, where you have information you need at any point in time, what you will need for you to know about the institution, what you need to know about the college, your department, periodic information. You will get news, you will get all that happens within the college and information, periodic information. You have that on the college website, and you would need to just, of course, internalize information you have on the college website. But the college website, there you can have a link where you have the WhatsApp acondo.edu.ng. That is the college website. Yes, you have, this is the college website, and on the college website now you have various information. If this is the home page of the college website, you have the link, you have all those you need to see. And it is not all about students alone. All this information about schools, results, what you need to know when you want to collect your statement of result, information about schools you want to view, the college website, check the gallery, check periodic news, students, academic research, you want to see schools, those things, and about high-lab studies, admissions, part-time continuing education, demonstration school, news, AC radio, AC TV, information, what you know you need to know about the college. That is where you have the website. And so the website is not as interactive as the portal, because the portal, you have your login credentials, you have your password, what you have everything, detailed information about yourself. When you need to know what goes on about your studentship, what you have done, what you have not done, payment you have made, and things like that. But the college website does not have anything specifically talking about you. So you have a general information. So the website is different. Now I go back to the portal. When students are being admitted into the institution, initially they have what we call a student application portal, and all students must use that site, acondo.net. The acondo.net is the student application portal. The student application portal where you have that, and it is for you to be able to get. Let me go to acondo.net, acondo.net. Okay, this is where I call the application portal. The application portal, diploma in computers, preliminary, NC language, part-time degree programs, post-UTME, where you want, when you want to get your post-UTME, you apply through this portal for all students. It is once you have been admitted and you have your registration profile sent to the college by the JAM, desk officer in charge of ADME, who would have moved. So we now put all students from pre-students, we now move them to this portal, which we call the student portal. Now on the student portal, that houses all students that have been admitted into the college, and now you are matriculated, you have your matric number. For those who have not been matriculated, they have the JAM registration number on the college portal. So once they are moved from the pre-portal, where I was talking about, where you have they are referred to as pre-students at that time. And once they are moved to this portal, they have this as the dashboard. This dashboard, you have this information. Of course, you have this college Twitter, college Facebook. Once you are a student, you will be expected to like the college Facebook or like the college social media. Once you click like, then once any information you get on college social media, the Twitter handle, on Facebook, college is also, has also a WhatsApp number. So you have information you can always get periodically. Once you like a page, then that's on Facebook. You have this. Then you have the course registration on your dashboard. You have your course registration. You have download medical report. For medical reports, it is expected that students, when they are admitted into the institution, after paying their acceptance fee, doing the necessary with admin, they are expected to report to medical center, where they are expected to download the college medical. Now, this is the college medical center, the medical report, which is expected to be filled by all students. And this is very, very, very compulsory for all of you. Don't wait until when you want to graduate and do clearance, because we have issues. And now what we have done is to ensure that if you are not medically cleared, you will not be able to register. So once students come into the school and they have paid necessary fee, they are expected to move to health center, download this form, fill this, and take this to health center, where we have medical personnel who will certify. And once this is certified, you would have it on your portal, where you are going to be medically cleared. And so you have that. I've shown the medical form. Now, this is where we have the polls. When we have student union election, this is where you are expected to vote if you are to nominate this, but because now we don't have any poll, this is where you have, for example, if it's 2019, 2020 students election, it will show this because no result found, no election for this year. So that's why you cannot see any start day, any end date. But for all students, this is where they are expected to cast their vote electronically when we have student union election. Now, more importantly, on the dashboard, you have the fees. You have the student fees. Now, on the student fees, where you have this, it is expected that our noble students will be able to, you have this in the vertical, you have this in the horizontal, you have the fee. Now, you have your assigned fees. Fee that have been assigned to you. Now, this candidate which we are considering has a matric number about 18 30 30. So it means this student came in the year 2018-2019 academic session. So it is not expected to find any fee of 2016-17, 2017-2018. If there's somebody in 300 level, 400 level, you find all that fee. So now what you have here is to see that 2018-2019 degree acceptance fee, 25,000. That's the first fee that will be attached once the student has been migrated, and you see this student, the payment has been made and payment already verified. It is expected that after you have made your payment, you must ensure that your fees are verified or your payment is verified. If your payment or all your payments are not verified, even if you are paid 10 times and they are not verified on your portal, you will not be allowed to register. It will still be saying that you have not paid fee. Now, look at this. You have this school fee for 2018-2019. It will show the amount as this amount be paid. Fantastic. This candidate has paid for this session. You have successfully paid. Payment verified. Also, again, we are in 2018, okay, 2018-2019, because this candidate came in, has paid for the gown, rentage of academic gown for matric, and this is there, 2,000 naira paid. Now, for 2019-2020 session, fantastic, this student has paid all fee. So, and all fee paid have been also verified. Now, if this candidate will graduate at the point of clearance at the bursary, there will not be any problem where you have no, and you have been asked no before you get your statement of result, before you are cleared, you have outstanding fee, 1,000, 2,000, or whatever to be paid. So this page is where you find all the payments, all the fees assigned to you. Then if you have made payment, it will show fees, payment attempts, when you made payment, when, now you can see this, when those fees attempts made, when it is successful, if it is through e-transfer, if it is through remitter, all this will readily show. And so we can also, from the admin portal, from MIS, it is easy for us to also check your reference, check the transaction ID to see if this amount has been paid, if this payment has been verified. So carefully ensure that you see this. So if there is any fee for you to make, it is here you click on make payment. Now for hostel, if you need to ballot for hostel, this is where you have that. Students, you get that. Then for your results, for you to see results that have been approved. So you will see for this session, this candidate have been able to see the results for these courses is showing this A, B, B, and for that you would always see. So it is expected of all students to ensure, check their profile, check their profile on the portal, see results that have been approved, you will see them there. Results that have not been approved, if they have been pasted in the department, check to reconcile what you have on your portal. If it is different from what has been pasted, for you to be able to lodge complaint as at the right time. Otherwise, you won't be impactful and now start complaining of 100 level results when it has been pasted or you have it in your profile. So you can easily check your result, and once results have been approved, department HOD will get that, and you have this readily showing on your portal. Now, this is where you have your profile. You have your profile. Of course, it is expected, for example, those things to have the student status is active. If this student has been suspended, it will show this student has been suspended. If this student has been terminated, it will show this student studentship has been terminated. So you will not see active yet. Now, should you need to update your profile, you click here to click update profile. And there are some areas where you cannot edit at all. But areas where you can edit, because of course you cannot change your matric number, you can't change your registration number. So, and this level will be changing once, for example, about 18, 30, 20, when it becomes 2020, 2021, this will change to 300 level, and that's will be showing the current level. So you have, if you are married, then you can go and change your marital status. Phone number, if you have lost your phone number, you need to change, and you have that. Of course, this email is your default email, which your college portal is linked to. So you have that, your email that is there. And if you have changed address, if your next of kin has changed or anything, you can always come and change your profile, because we could have cases whereby the college may need, or your department may even need to contact your next of kin, and meanwhile your next of kin address has already changed, and so that may not be good of you for you to have outdated information on your student profile. So you have this profile, you have it there. Should you need to change your password, for example, during student election, and you have reasons why you discover that your profile has been compromised, or someone, yeah, you may decide to say, okay, I'm going to change my profile password from XYZ to ZYX or what have you. So this readily helps you to do that, and then keep your password safe, because during election we discover many students say, oh, my password has been compromised, I cannot log in. Maybe by act of carelessness, you have released your password to students for them to be able to see. So in that case, or any other person, so keep your password safe. So once you keep your password safe, that will be good. Then course registration, which I decide to make it the last one I will discuss before I discuss all other things on student application, in terms of when you have issues, you need to report when appropriate. Now, for course registration, this exactly shows where you have your course registration. For example, this is the registration of this student for the session 2019-2020. Now, if there are new courses for you to click on, you just click on new course registration, then you click and you register. And if you want to check all what you have done previously, if it is rain semester, if it is rain, of course, rain semester, we are in Harmattan, so there's no way you can get this for rain semester. Then you go to 2019, 20. There's no, so I moved to 2018, 2019. Now we can see the courses registered for by this candidate for the session 2018, 2019 rain semester. So those ones are already there. And you just check if there are issues where you have with your course registration. I can see not set here. So it means there's something wrong with this not set. Maybe there's a course that has not been filled. This means this candidate has to check that. So you will see if there are issues, you have a total number of registered courses, you have that, and you will ensure that you have not exceeded the number of units. For NC, for degree, you have a standard number of units which you must register per semester, and at the end of your course, from part 1 to part 4, you have minimum number of units you must register. Then courses that are compulsory, which are core courses in your department. For example, Bio 183010 is from Department of Biology. This is a core course. Zoology is a course in the department. Botany, zoology 2, These are core courses, experimental botany, but these are borrowed courses. CHM 102, CHM 104 are from other departments, but they are essential courses which must be registered. So you must ensure that you carefully follow what the guidelines be given. Man and his physical environment. This is an important course, but course whose grade will not, you either score 90, you score 100, you score 40, you score 45, what have you. This grade will just be certified pass on your profile to show that you have passed this course. But if you fail it, you won't be able to graduate, but it does not compute with what is run on your result computation. So you ensure that you register, check what is there. Is that my advice, students, check whatever you have registered. When you are to register a course, ensure that you get the correct list from the department. Once you get the correct list from the department will have pasted it, or you have it on the college website. When you check the college website, AC Ondo, okay, let me go to, okay. Now, I check this course outline under academics and research, check course outline. Now, for example, student in science, I click science. Student in Department of Mathematics, degree, you come to this course outline. You want to see those things, courses you must take for a student, for example, Mathematics Department, click degree. Courses for degree students will readily come out, and you see for 100 level, you see MTH 101, it will show the unit, show the content of the courses, in which case, once you have the content, you can also read ahead of the class, get necessary material, and you see references have been put there. Engineering mathematics, general mathematics, you have that, those references. MTH 102, you have the references, pure mathematics by Bondi and Moalan, further mathematics project 1 to 3. You have MTH 104, MTH 105. These courses are there for you to be able to see on the course on the college website. So as a student, you should be able to, of course, see NT21 to make me the references, then course outline. So you should be able to see degree 3, what you have to take, NT 301, 302, 303. So ensure that you check appropriately. Don't register for a course that you're supposed not to register for. If it's an optional course, if it's a compulsory course, you must ensure that you know for degree 4, these are courses which they will have. So also for all students in other departments, you'll be able to see. For NC student, you click on NC, you download NC1 first semester, you can see that Math 111, 112, 113, Math 114, NC1 second semester, Math 121. So also other department, art and social languages, you have those courses which you can always check. So like I've said, you just check that and see under academic and research, see course outline, then look for your department and then check as appropriate. Ensure that you then, when you have registered the course, check others, what they have registered. Do you have any discrepancy? Is there anything you have registered and it's not in other friends of yours in their forms which they have registered? Ensure that, oh, you can reconcile, not until after results are pasted, when you now start saying, oh, I'm supposed to register this course, I am not expected to register this course. You start requesting for editing. And what is there is that the college, no matter, it is not the money that matters. You are given the editing fee of 500 naira, 1,000 naira, even 200 naira. The stress of now going to pay remitter through this to request for course editing when you're supposed to do the right thing at the right time. So what you need to do is to ensure that you have the right information when you are to go to register. Then I would advise that students, you can do this registration on your own. You have Android devices, phone, laptop, you have your tablets and things like that. You can do that. But wherever you have issues, you cannot do this by one circumstance or the other. Then, if somebody has helped you to register, you must deem it fit to ensure that you go back to what has been registered for you. Is this what's supposed to be registered? Don't wait until you get to part 4 and you have been told that part 1 course, you're supposed not to register for both 102. You have now registered for it. You now start writing. Please, I want to edit. I want to remove this. Now, the stress for your application, then you are going to pay editing fee, or when you have discovered that registration has closed. Once registration has closed, whatever you want to do on the portal is no longer, you are not allowed at that point. You have to write. When you write, then the results, which or whatever that has to be taken, then which is going to be purely administrative, you'll be asked to pay a token and what have you, and then the stress of that. So ensure you do the needful at the right time. Then you'll be able to enjoy your studentship. When others are resting, you are resting. Not that you now start running etasketa, looking for a course or a course that has been registered or not properly registered or supposed not to be registered, and you have included that in your course. Now, lastly, I want to discuss on students' application, things you need to know when our students. Yes, there are things which we have on the college website, which you have to check for our students, which you will need to, we have put that. Of course, there are some forms which you have here. Please kindly take note. You have the application form. You have this application form now is when I will download that. So this application form, that is the form you will need should you have reason to apply for leave of absence, to apply for deferment of admission, suspension of studies or leave of absence, reinstatement of studentship, extension of studentship, deregistration of courses, addition of courses, others. Now, this what you do in this case is once you have issue, then what you need to do is to download this form on the college website, which I have shown you. Deferment of admission. For you to apply for deferment of admission, you must have been matriculated. So you must have paid your tuition fee, and if you have reason, it must be in that session. You don't defer an admission when the session has expired or you have completed a session. You are now saying you are deferring admission. You can't defer that admission. You must be matriculated and state reasons why you are applying for. This is where you have explanation why you need to defer. And if you need the extra sheet, you add it. Suspension of study, why you need to suspend, maybe for health reason, maybe you have special reason you need to suspend study. You don't suspend study when the session has ended. You don't now say we are in 2019-20 and now applying to the college requesting for you to suspend an academic session that has been completed. No, it is not done. So this we also put it as leave of absence. Once you are not on grant, we put you on leave of absence. And the reason why this is compulsory or why this is important for you to do that is that once we are running computation on your results, there is no information about your availability in the session, that you are not available, no registration from your hand after 2 consecutive semesters. The system will debit you. And once you are debited by the system, then it's going to put 0 and it's going to debit your, if it is 6 units, if it is 15 units, then that is going to have a great effect on your GPA. So ensure that. Then restatement of studentship. For example, you have course to be away for a session and it was not your making and you have reasons to request, and because after 2 consecutive semesters, if you are not on leave of absence, then the system would have terminated your studentship. That's why you see some result, it will put TOS, termination of studentship. And once TOS is there, nothing can be activated on your system except you request for restatement of studentship. So you apply for restatement of studentship with relevant documents. Then if you are sick, you attach medical report. Extension of studentship. Extension of studentship is, for example, as a degree student, you are expected to spend 4 years, and eventually you have spent 6 years, you have spent 5 years, and you have 1 or 2 carryover courses. You have to apply that, please kindly allow me to take my, I have 1 or 2 outstanding courses, kindly extend my studentship beyond the normal. I pray that will not be your portion, but of course, if it happens to be somebody's portion, the person will not run away from it than to request for extension of studentship. The registration of courses, if you have registered for a course and you discover this is supposed not to be, and that was the other time I was saying that the registration of courses or addition of courses attracts, because you are doing course editing, it will attract certain fee which is going to be attached to your. So ensure that when you want to register courses, you know what's supposed to be registered. But eventually, if you have reason to remove a course which maybe is not your own making, or you need to add a course, no, don't be afraid, just apply for that and that will be done. So reasons why you are applying and other few will be stated there. So once as a student you have filled this and you have submitted, then you take it to your HOD. HOD, this will be taken at departmental level, and at a meeting, this will be decided. If it is recommended for approval, that will be processed to the office of the dean. And if it is stepped down, then you'll be asked, please come on, you don't have a case. Then if it is taken to the HOD will sign, this will be taken to the dean, office of the dean. There will be a meeting at school board, and at school board level, this will be decided. If it is rejected, if it is accepted and recommended for further processing to committee of deans, then this now will be taken to committee of deans and directors meeting. And after that, at that meeting, on behalf of the college registrar, because this will be taken in conjunction, we will have representatives of the registrar at that meeting. This decision taken at that point will be communicated to the registrar. Now, the registrar, through the deputy registrar, academic in charge of academic affairs, will now be the one who will now communicate you directly, and a letter will also be sent to your department, will be sent to MIS. Of course, there's a decision extract, which for all students will now have, which will allow MIS to process whatever decision has been taken with respect to your leave of absence, deferment of admission, and things like that. Now, may I add this very briefly? That you can see this thing, once the application comes from you, it has to go through you to the department, to the dean, then to COD. The time it will take. So why will you allow yourself to be messed up when eventually if meeting would hold in a month or 2 months time, and what's supposed to have been done, it means your result may not be processed as a time when it's supposed to be processed. That is why you see some students who have to have second batch, or you have spillover courses results, or you have results that are being done in batches when you're supposed to have gone with first batch or normal batch. So ensure you do your best to get right information and do the right thing. Well, we do not pray anybody fall sick, but where you fall sick, which is not your own making, kindly inform your department in writing. Or if you are sick and somebody can write on your behalf, somebody is sick, we have that information. When you will be applying for a restatement of studentship or applying for anything, that letter would have been there to speak for you at that time when nobody will speak for you, because those things will be the evidence to show that you were away for 1 year, you were away for a semester, and things like that. So these are shown the form. Now, this is extra semester form in case for any student who may have cause to register for a course, and then you have this one. Now you have outstanding course. This for extra semester, the college has been magnanimous before. Once you have a course, 2 courses, or what have you in 1 semester, or 2 semesters in 1 semester, before you pay the full tuition fee. But now, full tuition, but what you have is, once you have just a semester course, not in 1 semester and another one in another semester. If you have 2 courses spread in 1 or 2 in 2 semesters, then you have to pay the full tuition fee. But if it's just a semester, the college has been magnanimous to ensure that students pay half of the tuition for the affected year. So you just go and obtain this form, fill this form, take it to your department, and now you put the session you are registering for 2019-2020. Harmattan will have indicated it. The HOD will confirm it that truly you have just 1 course as outstanding against you. Then this will now be taken for for us to treat in MI. So please kindly take note of all these essential forms. That's why they are here. This is the medical report form the other time. Then this is for you to send complaints to MIS, send support. Even when you send by email, we have dedicated staff who take care of your emails from time to time. Meanwhile, you may not get immediate response to your email because when we are dealing with over 12,000 students and we have email, so the person in charge will have to just be taking the mails and ensure that you just definitely get your emails, and where the person cannot undo it, that will be escalated to the office of the director MIS, who will look into that. Then we have the college mobile app. The college mobile app is compatible with Android, so you can download that on your Android. That will take you around all the applications which you have in the college webs, in the college application form, ACTV, radio, TV, portal, website, iLab, registration online, and so on and so forth. That is where this encompasses all applications which we have in the college. Then online registration guide. This online registration guide, I want all students to please download this, keep for your record and read. This was an orientation talk which was presented by the acting director MIS, which was made available to all students for you to see the requirements, what you need to know about online registration, the payment of school fee, registration of courses, updating, which I've said the other time, how you view your courses, those things, payment of certificate, college social media platforms, and so on. Then you will use the system to register. Now, provided the register is done during the approved period of registration, because if it is not done during the period of registration, that is going to, you will not be allowed to register once the registration period has lapsed. So please check this. You will begin to see the what you need to know, the requirements for student registration. Please, this is very, very important. The online registration guide is on the college website. Please have this and ensure you know. Conditions for deferment of admission, you find it there. Conditions for reinstatement of studentship, you have the condition there, and we have put necessary information on what you need to do, what you need to know with respect to payment. Please, all students kindly get used to this, and we put all the necessary information that the college is being surveilled 24/7 through CCTV camera in case of any criminal act by any student. You just be surprised where you'll be invited that this has been done. So please, three CCTV camera that survey 360 degrees around the college that monitors activity. So unknown to you, sometimes you don't try to place mark or do anything. So you have the information. This is very, very loaded. We have it on the college website. So please, this is the online registration guide, which will guide all students for you to be able to know what and what you need to know at the right time, what you need to do at the right time, so that you will not have to regret that, oh, if I need to spend 4 years, why must I spend 5 years? If I need to spend 3 years as a NC student, why will I need to spend 5 years if I need to spend 3 years as NC student? Well, within the limited time, I've been able to do justice to student portal and then other related activities in terms of registration, what you need to know on the college web, on the portal, and things like that. I will stop sharing now to allow students to be able to take comments. If there are questions, there are things you need to do that, and then we'll be able to take that. After this, I'll still take time to look at the YouTube and also to be able to take comments of students who have sent in questions to the YouTube. You are welcome. So please, I will allow anyone now who may have questions to ask. Please, you can ask your question. I will unmute you now so that, or you can unmute yourself. If you need to ask questions, please be free and then be brief to ask questions. So I would quickly look through the YouTube channel now to see those also asking questions on that channel. Okay, please. feel free to ask your question. If you have to ask question, just unmute yourself and speak. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Okay, that's Mr. Bolaji Abiola.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
All right, good morning.
Based on the extension of studentship, sir.
Okay.
So there's a friend of mine that just finished his own academic session last year, that graduated last year from NC department.
Okay.
From NC, so biology, chemistry,
Okay.
precisely.
Okay.
And he unfortunately he had two carryovers from the 2 semesters.
Okay.
And now I don't think
Hello, Mr. Bolaji. Is that your network? Hello, Bolaji. Hello, Bolaji. Maybe that's your network. I can't hear the last part of you are talking about somebody who had carryover in C3. Well, if I can get that question right, since it's no longer online, or maybe that's network. If the person has carryover, yes, there is a room you can come back to take your carryover course. If you have any reason to take that, please come to the college. You have this form, which I've said the other time. I've shown 1 semester or a course, you'll be allowed to register for the course and take that course. Just tell that student to ensure, but once you are away from the college, ensure that it is not complete 2 sessions. Completely 2 sessions. If you are away without any notification received from you from the college, and there's nothing with respect to that, then such students will not be allowed to come in, because it will be taken that, oh, you are taking the college for granted and you have decided to go away at the time when you're supposed to be on grant. So if you are not on grant, well, that means the student has chosen to be away on his or her own. All right. Any other question? Let me check the YouTube. Any other question?
hello, sir.
Yes. Okay.
The question I asked, sir, I could not listen to the response.
Yes, it was your network. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All
Sir,
right. Yes, I can hear you,
so
please.
based on the student that said he had a carryover for 2 semesters,
Okay.
so I want to ask, what is the necessary step you can take?
Okay. The necessary step is for the candidate to identify, one, what are the courses or what is the course that is registered as outstanding. Now, the candidate will now need to obtain a form. If the course is just a single semester, or if the course is for 2 semesters and the candidate has been away for a semester, if the candidate has been away for a semester, then what the candidate has to do is to ensure that you would have to see that the candidate will obtain that form for just 1 semester. But if it is not 1 semester, the candidate will have to now write that he or she should be reinstated, because if she has been away for 1 year, you have to request for reinstatement of studentship. But if it is just for 1 semester, the person will have to just request that, okay, I don't have a course to take in Harmattan semester. I have a course in rain semester. That one will not need to pass through processes. Just write to your HOD, and then okay, you have just 1 course. You have just 1 course to be taken the semester. Then we'll just readily apply, and that will be treated. But if this candidate has been away for a whole session, we have to apply for restatement of studentship. But approach the department. There is a form online. Let the candidate fill the form, submit to the department, and that will be processed. And by God's grace, we have able and competent members of the committee of deans that take application very seriously, and that once it's taken, decisions are taken, and the actions are being taken on decision taken on student applications. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. All right. Any other? Yes, it appears Olayinka, you have unmuted yourself. You have a question? Olayinka, okay. All right, any question? I'm just going through the YouTube to see comments of those who are asking questions there. If you have question. All right, okay, I can see someone asking if students who, okay, yeah, when you are away, you have not applied for suspension of studies when you're supposed to do that, and you are now requesting for reinstatement of studentship. Absolutely, you are going to make payment. Please kindly take note of that, because if you are away for a session, the college has no prior notice. The college is not aware that you are just gone away. So for you to retain your studentship for that session you are away, you must pay. That's the answer to that question. If you are away for a session, you have to pay for that session. But if you are to suspend a study, you have already paid tuition fee or somebody will defer admission. Yes, when you are away, you say, oh, please, for 2 years, I am the one sponsoring myself. Kindly retain my studentship. I want you to suspend my studentship for the next 1 year so that I can go and make thousands of naira to be able to sustain myself for the remaining. Yes, the college will not ask you now to pay for that period when you are away, because appropriately you have requested that please kindly permit me to suspend my study. So you have suspended. When you come back, you start from where you have stopped. But if you have not suspended as appropriate and you just go away on your own, then whenever you come back, you pay for that session which you are away. Yes, any?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Based on that suspension, sir.
Okay.
For how long will that take before total termination can occur?
Okay, total termination occurs when after 2 consecutive semesters, you as a student refuse to register. Once the computer, this is done electronically, after 2 consecutive semesters. For example, we are in 2019, 2020, harmattan semester, the candidate did not register, did not make payment, there is no activity on the student portal. Second semester, the computer will wait again as XYZ, made payment as XYZ, registered. Now, if there is no registration for that 2 consecutive semesters, then the system will terminate the studentship of that person and say, oh, you are no longer a student. If you want to claim that you are a student again, you have to pass through the normal process so that your studentship will be reinstated, and then it will be activated. You see student status active. Then note, it is not sufficient for you to just make payment and you don't register. If you have made payment for a session, you have just paid your tuition fee and you did not register, please, after 2 consecutive semesters, this computer will look at you as, oh, you are not active even though you have made payment. Of course, making payment is the guarantee for you to be able to be allowed to register, because if you do not make payment, you will not be able to register. Or you have made payment, you fail to register. So please, it is expected that you as a student, all of you, once you make payment, ensure you register as appropriate when you need to do that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. One more question, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I came late. I joined this meeting late. I don't know, maybe that has been caused.
Okay.
So
Please.
on the student ID card registration, early this semester, the SCD body make one announcement that is going to be done on by students themselves on the student portal, or maybe the school.
Okay. Yes.
I want to get more information.
Okay. Now the college we have created an online platform where students can request for ID card or submit their detailed information on that portal. So where you have that information, you have put your passport. For example, somebody in part 4, when yearly you request for ID card, and the passport you have used when you were coming as a student, maybe when you were in SS3, and now you are a big boy, you are a big girl, you have a good facial expression, you have to change your passport. You were not using that passport. You cannot use the passport on your portal, because some passports may be when they were in SS3 that, or when they were writing jam, that was the portal, the passport they use. So you have to put fresh new passport, put new information, the information about you, for example, all the details, your current level. Then once you do that, and we have that on our whole hand, electronically you can sign, you put your signature or scan, then from our hand seamlessly we'll be able to register, you for the we're able to print your ID card. So once you print your ID card, we'll have that, and you will be able to have the necessary things. So for your ID card, now that has been done. We started with the Department of Business Education, Voc and Tech, when the COVID-19 started. And of course, with that, when students were not on grant, only few students in Voc and Tech started that process. The portal is very, very active. And what we do is just to download and put the whatever students have been able to update it on that portal. What we do is just to print the ID cards. And now while students were away, we have been able to produce some ID cards that are ready for distribution once they resume. But for those ones that we do not have them, yes, for example, those in 2019, 2020, because there's no matriculation, we cannot produce ID card for them because no matric number yet. We can't be using JAMB registration number. So until matriculation, we cannot ask them to go online and fill. But for all other students whose information we already have, for now, if you get to MIS, we've been able to produce all ID cards that have been submitted before the length, except for if we have one or two who have not submitted, who have one issue or the other. Thank you for your question. All right. Is somebody asking question from School of Science?
I said, what about School of Science?
School of Science. No, we started the online portal registration with the School of Voc and Technical Education then. But when we saw that students were away and the effectiveness of the process, asking them to do this, while some were completely away and were not getting things, for students who are on 200 level to part 4 degree, 200 level to 300 level NC, we have been able to produce DS. So, but those in 100 level NC and degree, we cannot produce DS because they have not been matriculated, and we cannot send that information out. Of course, we would have started with their own case, but because when we discover that they have not been matriculated, we cannot produce anything for them. So that's why we altered that process. Thank you. Any other question before we bring the sensitization training to an end? Yes, if there are no questions, let me check the YouTube if we have any question again coming up from the YouTube link. Okay, I cannot see any question coming up from the YouTube again. So thank you for your time. I want to appreciate Iyanolu Adaramoye, the president of Rotary Club Ondo Adeyemi College of Education. She will just address you briefly and then give advice for students, wishing them good luck, and then praying that we will resume in due course, that God will put an end to COVID-19, and that all of us would again see ourselves and be happy. Then we will resume normally, and then you'll be able to do well and perform brilliantly. It is expected, we have been able to record this. The thing is on the YouTube. The thing is also recorded on Zoom. So students can watch even after this meeting, this online meeting. You will be able to send across to all students, and they will be able to watch at their own time. Thank you, Iyanoluwa.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this. In fact, you've taken us vast. I didn't know the portal was this wide and open. All these things are possible. But thank you so much, sir. You have enlightened us from your wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much, sir. And to everyone who came out today, who participated in today's session, thank you so much for coming out. As he has taught us, let's try and make all very good use of the portal. Yes, it's for our own good. A lot of us don't know this that we can actually do these things online before, but now that he has taught us, let's try and make very good use of it. Let's put it to good use so that we can so that our stay in school can be very very easy and we can do things easily on us by ourselves and not to and so that we will not have issues at the end. You know, he told us about some issues that we can end up having, how to sort them and everything. Let's just look for a way to make very good use of this learning, this training that we have had. And I want to pray and hope that we're going to resume back very because me, I'm tired of home. I pray that we're going to um resume quickly, yes. Should resume by this month or next. Let's even resume. I pray that we're going to resume by the time we resume, let God keep us till then and continue to excel in our studies. Thank you so much, sir. And yes, once again, let me say thank you to my fellow directors too. Yes, it couldn't have happened without them. My board of directors, thank you so much. Sir, the SCG president and everyone, thank you.
Adaramoye. Thank you, the Student Union President, uh, aka I used to call him Baba Paye as you used to do.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Baba Paye as SUG President. I want to thank you. I want to thank the Dean Student Affairs for making yes life easy for you, making things rosy while you are around and even doing his best to ensure that keep life bubbling for our students. Most especially, I want to appreciate the provost of the college, Dr. Samuel Akinyola Akintunde, for the enabling environment he has created. In fact, he's passionate about anything online just to ensure that things work out well for students, and in his capacity has been putting things in place to ensure that when students come back, they meet better facilities on ground and to ensure that at least you get connected. And we are doing things well with respect to the website now, that when you come into, you meet a very, very robust website platform, which very, you get robust information and you would enjoy that. And the portal too, which we have been able to inform you today of what the importance, what you have about on the college portal. And you can see, for many of you don't know that the website is so rich, your portal is so rich. And of course, if an adage in Yoruba will put it that when you are careful enough and you are painstaking, you will be able to see your nose. So if you are painstaking, your eyes will be able to see your nose clearly. So you have been able to see that the portal is so rich, what you are able to do, what you are able to see from time to time. Then the college website is there to aid you in the usage of your portal. So the portal is not completely there independent of the college website. The college website is there for you to get rich and robust information for you to be able to use your portal adequately. Because once you get information there, you go back to your portal, or it is your portal that shows everything about you, what you are able to do, what you can do from time to time. And then it is, you have your credentials, that means your login, student matriculation number and your password. Then, like I've said the other time, that your password, you change your password periodically, or make sure you keep your password. Don't use the default password, Adeyemi 1234, or password at 123, because others know that some will not change their default password, and then they can go ahead and begin to change your password or manipulate your profile. So please what you have asked today, I hope that you are going to keep to yourself. So once again, I appreciate the college management, ably led by our amiable provost, Dr. S. Akintunde, once again, to thank the Dean Student Affairs for the fatherly role he's taking. Thank the Chairman Committee of Dean, Dr. R.A. Adeshuyan, who had just assumed the office, has been elected as the Chairman Committee of Dean, while we thank especially the former Chairman Committee of Dean, who has made all applications to skate through, and he will keep to ensure that all the our deans and directors who have always been active to ensure that your work students portal applications are treated as when due. And finally, I have spotted one of my Hoga and my mentor, Dr. Adebayo Akim Ganiyu is here. He has just chosen to just come in. He had used, he came in, though he did not put his name, but for many of you, you may think he is a student. He has just come in to just be part of this sensitization. I want to give him just a minute to just allow to say hello to Nigerian students, those on this platform and those watching on YouTube. Dr. Ehe Ganiyu, please kindly just say a word to our students, because some of them didn't know that you are the one here. They just saw user number with number. They didn't know that he's a lecturer. So Dr. Ganiyu,
good morning. Good morning, my students.
Good morning,
I'm very
sir.
happy to be part of this presentation. It's marvelous, and it is a kind of a presentation which I feel all students should be part of it. Thank you very much for your wisdom to have been able to organize this kind of presentation. God Almighty will continue to support you. I was able to see the direction last night when I was browsing. I wanted to come in as early as possible, but because of some logistics, when I was trying to Zoom, but thank God I was able to succeed. God Almighty will be with you. The wisdom will not shatter by the special grace of the Almighty God. Thank you very much.
Thank you all, great Nigerian students, great applicants. Thank you for being part of the Zoom. And many thanks to many viewers on YouTube who are watching, and you can always get this when after this meeting, you can send the link to others. I appreciate you all for coming. Thank you to Rotary Club of Adeyemi for initiating this. God bless you all. I want to appreciate all. I want to thank you all for making this very, very, very successful today. Thank you and God bless you. Have a nice day.